Hello, this is Tracer from the Forsaken Horde, bringing you part 2 of my rant about the new Tau Codex. Now, I love the unique characters they have in it now. I mean, I love them. They bring in so many new characters. They bring in not so many, but they bring in a few new characters, which can really change the face of the battle. I'm going to go over about 3 characters. 2 are unique. One of them is, well, he's an HQ, which I'm going to go over the 2 HQ choices that they brought in. But first I must talk about the heavy unique character they brought in, so I can at least try to explain my point of view of the 2 new HQs. Okay, so first off for the heavy, we have Longstrike. He is a tank driver. We've seen these for a lot of armies. We have tank drivers that add to the ballistic skill. Well, I have a book right here. I have my book over on this side of me. Basically, he's an upgrade. He's not really much of a unit. He's just an upgrade to a tank. And what he does is he's a hammer. He gives the tank hammerhead ace. Well, that's his rule. But pretty much, you're going with ballistic skill 5. Yeah, that's a hammerhead. Submission rounds or solid shot. That's going to be very devastating against an enemy unit. I highly recommend getting a long strike if you have a few extra points that you want to just throw into him. Because he's only 45 points. So yeah, he's a decent upgrade for a tank. So yeah. But he's a unique unit, so you can only have him in one tank, and that is it. So keep that tank well defended, because if the tank blows up, he dies with it. He also has preferred enemy for Imperial Guards, so that's rerolling any. I think it's for preferred enemy. I think it's 1 or any misses, which plus skill 5. Yeah, you're not gonna be missing that much. And also Tank Hunter, so awesome. Now comes the other 2 that I want to bring into. Let's see. Let's bring in first not Commander, but Dark Strider. This is my Dark Strider. Still a work in progress. The quality is not that great, so you're not going to have that good of a detail. I'm still looking into getting an HD camera, so bear with me. It's a bit pricey, and so it's going to take me some time. Dark Strider, 100 points, HQ choice. Fleet of Foot, so he's an independent character, but he has Fleet of Foot, so he can only join Fire Warriors and Pathfinders. He has Fighting Retreat, which allows you to roll a D6, to travel D6 in any direction after firing Overwatch. He has the Outflank ability. He comes with Scouts and Supporting Fire, as do a lot of Tau units. Now, I don't see this guy being an HQ choice. The main reason for that, I know this is my opinion. This isn't official. My opinion for this is because it's based around his Codex entry. He passed the first trial of fire, but chose, instead of donning a stealth suit or crisis suit, he chose to stick with the Pathfinder team. With Pathfinder teams, pretty much. He's a Shazoo, or Shazai, whatever you want to call him. He's a veteran. He's a commander, pretty much. Not commander. He's a captain. I bet. He doesn't really seem to be an HQ choice. He seems more like an upgrade, pretty much, for a unit. Now, this is where the long strike thing comes in. I don't see him. Okay, slip my tongue right there. I don't see Dark Strider being an HQ choice. I see him being more of an upgrade for either a Pathfinder team or a Fire Warrior team. Like, you can say, for, I don't know, 50 points, you can take Dark Strider or you can replace your Shazoo for a Dark Strider or whatnot. And Pathfinder or a Fire Warrior team. And since he's a unique unit, you can only take him one per unit, like one per army. So, but that's just my opinion. I just don't see him being an HQ choice. The second one I want to bring up is the Fireblades. Now, these Fireblades, they're not unique. They're just independent characters. They can join they can just join a unit. Here's my Fireblade. Still a work in progress. I'm still painting him up. I still need to do some details for his cape and whatnot, and maybe finish up his front. I have to paint his face too, so yeah, work in progress. So basically, these are HQ choices. 60 points each, so relatively inexpensive. And the only upgrade you can really get for him is you can give him 2 drones from the drone list. It's pretty good. The problem I have with this is, again, it comes down from the Codex entries. These are Fire Warriors who pass the trial fire, but instead of donning suits, they decide to stick with being a Fire Warrior. And let me just pull up the Codex entry. The military path that takes a soldier to become a Fireblade can never rise as high as the rank of Shaz O, which is Commander. They are limited to a level beneath that of Shaz L, which is Shaz Ver. Shaz Ver you tend to see as crisis suit team leaders or bodyguards, but you cannot take bodyguards as HQ choices. They can only be taken, independent HQ choices. They can only be taken with a commander's battle suit, because they're the bodyguards. It kind of doesn't make any sense to have bodyguards where there's no bodyguard, there's nothing to be guarding. Nonetheless, Fireblade, or Shaznell, in the Tau language, is a highly respected role, not least because of their willingness to forego the constant drilling and workmanship-like efficiency of Fireblade is to Tau a willing embrace to the beloved concept of the Tauva, the greater good. Now, this comes down to my long strike thing, kind of. I kind of want to see this as an upgrade to like a Fire Warrior, because they stick to the path of Fire Warrior. It just seems like that. Now, I know he's an independent character and he can join a Fire Warrior team, and I'm aware of that. Same thing with Dark Strider. He can join whatever team he wants. But I'm just saying, it just doesn't seem like they have an HQ choice, because he can't rise to the rank of a Shazo. But, and here's a major but, is because of they also bring up their willpower, their workmanship. They're the hard-working veterans of the Tau army. I would seriously like to see, like, if they ever do come up with like an update for the Codex, because I know they came up with updates for the previous Codex. I would love to see them change these guys from HQ choice to an elite choice. Like, have like a squad of 5 of these guys. Now, I know people are gonna say, "Oh, that's very cheap because they have some high stats." Not that much. They just have a 1 up on initiative. They're better at with weapon skill and ballistic skill, and that's about it. So, they get 3 attacks, but ooh, it's Tau. They're flailing. They're all over. They're like, So, I can't just diss myself. Okay, but I would like to see these guys as an HQ choice, as an elite choice. Now, I know people like to say the elite choices are reserved for battle suits, which, looking at them, it's crisis suits, stealth suits, and riptides. So, yeah, I agree with them. It's reserved for battle suits. But do keep in mind that the Fireblades are Fire Warriors who chose to not take up a battle suit. That they chose to stay with their original teachings, pretty much, of using a pulse rifle / carbine, and and sticking with their basic combat armor. So that's just my opinion. That's my 2 cents, and actually 3 cents if you want to because you 3 units. I don't plan on going over Commander Farsight or Shadow Sun, along with Ethereal. What's his name? I'm sorry, I'm a Talblayer. I don't even know his name. Onva. I don't plan on going over them because, well, they're the original guys from the original Codex, pretty much. And really, not much has really changed from them that much. Shadow Sun really is still only a tank killer, and yeah, her drones are now optional. So I don't know if I'm gonna go over there. Commander Farsight, nothing really has changed. It's just that his sword has officially gotten a new rule, and that's about it. And which hasn't changed it at all. It's the same thing. And yeah, not much has changed for him. We do have an on-Shai, or Shai? I don't know. He's a Blade Master. He's an Ethereal who's a Blade Master, so he might be interesting to look into. But not much. Oh, one last thing. Ethereals. Thank goodness they changed this. They did not get, what was it? It was something that was called Price of Failure or whatnot. Or am I thinking of... No, I'm thinking of the Ethereals. With a Price of Failure where if an Ethereal dies, every Tau unit, not including Kroot or Vespid or drones, have to take a leadership test. They got rid of that. Thank you. Oh man, you have no idea how much of a pain that was. I'm actually now tempted to bring Ethereals into battle now, just because of that. Failure is not an option. Yeah. But they basically got the failure is not an option still, which is any friendly unit within 12 inches of the Ethereal may use his leadership to pass any tests. So yes, I might consider taking the Ethereal, but then again they took out the honor guard system, so yeah, might as well just keep a meat shield in front of him. Well, that's my rant. Hopefully there will be a part 3 for this, because there's a lot of stuff to cover in this new codex. So until then, this is Tracer from the Forsaken Horde saying, see you until next time.